Smile, Christian. Oh, champed up.
This is the MMA Takes Podcast. With your host, Brian Petrie.
Let's go with the let's go, baby. Let's go with the let's go. Trend Daddy up in here already. First comment. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Trend Daddy. What's good, baby? What's up with the what's up? I got me, Brian Petrie MMA. We got Christian. He is the current pick'em champ in the middle. And we got Timbo with the Atlanta Braves hat on right there on the right. It's been a while, boys. Vince, let's fucking go, BP. Let's go, Vince. Boys, we got a pay-per-view here. We were talking about it beforehand. A little bit of a weaker bottom, strong top. Some spots I like, some spots I'm sure you boys like. We're all sharps here. We're all fucking sharps, baby. Here we go. Original David Jackson, what's up? Let's get Glover, baby. Oh, okay. Yo, first time watching live. Let's go, Jordan Franks.
First time.
Let's go,
time.
baby.
Hey,
first
baby.
time, long time. I love it. So we're here. Before we get started, because I haven't been able to read one more shout out because this is an OG right here.
OG.
Hey, my boys, OG, thick DS.
OG.
right there. Before we start, I haven't been able to do a podcast because of my voice and everything. I might cough on this one. I'm feeling much better. Just the tonsils, it's a whole thing. Did I tell you about that? I went to the doctor, got a tonsil stone removed.
Yeah.
Tonsil stone. Do you know that was a thing?
I didn't either.
Yeah, and it was disgusting. Literally, she pulled it out. It was a very small one, but the lady's like, "Don't smell that." And I was like, "Well, now I gotta smell it." I mean,
Gotcha.
It smells like death. Anyway, a couple weeks ago, the Pretty Neat podcast sent me a new intro for the podcast, which I like my old intro, but I wanted to shout these guys out. He said, Pretty Neat Podcast on Twitter, and his name's Aaron, and is at REKREWDNANA. Fuck, I messed that up. Anyway, wreck it nah. I'll tweet it out, but I'm gonna play that real quick off the top before we get to the picks because this is pretty fucking McGregor McDonald right there. Let's fucking break. All right, so this is pretty fire.
Let's make some picks with our man Brian Petrie. Motherfuckers. Perfect week for Brian Petrie yet again. Motherfuckers. Let's make some picks with our man Brian Petrie.
Fire
Pretty
right
dope.
there. Thank you to Pretty Neat Podcast. Go follow them. Those are some good guys that DM me, and we talk via DMs, and they're encouraging. They're pretty cool about they're making sure your boy is all right, mending from the flu. But he's back. He's back better than ever. And we got to get to this fight card. First fight of the night, Timbo's favorite, Jocelyn Edwards, -160 versus Ramona Pasquale, +140. Starting the night off with a stinker. I don't think much highly of either of these women. Christian, you're the champ, so you get to go first here, bud. Do you have a strong lean either way of these females? You like the numbers? You seeing something I'm not seeing? What's going on, babe?
First off, usually you give me a little blurb at the beginning, and I said only Jada Kiss could say it better than me. Oh wait, hold on.
Hey. Champ is here. Champ gets to go first.
Yeah.
Champ gets to go first. Let's go, Champ.
So there's fighters in this game that I, for some reason, pick and they lose. I pick them, they lose. Like I remember when Jocelyn Edwards first debuted, and I was like, I think she lost in her debut, but I was like, man, she is rangy, she's quick, like that striking looks, it looks fast. And I believe that she's normally fighting at 135. And there's somebody else I confused her with, and I had to dig into it today. I was like, this can't be Jocelyn Edwards, who's been controlled for 22 minutes and 53 seconds out of the last 30 minutes she's been fighting.
Jesus fuck. Good stat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about that?
Boy,
How
fucking
about
stat
that?
boy over here.
Well, shit, I didn't want to watch any tape on either of them. So then I swear, and I don't remember. I remember picking Josie Ann Nunez, that little tank. I don't know how that fight didn't finish. Pasquale just got beaten. But she did have 3 takedowns landed, apparently. So I'm like, uh-oh. So I would not tail me on this, but I'm going with Jocelyn Edwards again. I picked her in every single fight.
Okay.
I'm sure I've picked people like who's that guy from New Mexico? Went like 0-5, brought him back for one. I just kept picking him. Jerome Rivera. Jocelyn Edwards is my female Jerome Rivera.
You kept picking Jerome Rivera?
Yeah. So,
jeez.
I'm sorry to the people out there. If Jocelyn Edwards gets taken down, like that round's over and she loses. I'm just thinking she'll be quicker. She's up at 145. She's a 135er. But, I mean, there's no secret to how you beat Jocelyn Edwards. So,
yeah, take her down.
I just don't know if Pasquale can do it.
Timbo, what we got here, babe? Couple females getting after it.
Yeah, that controlled stat right there. It just kind of threw me off. This fight fucking stinks, clearly. Both of these chicks will not be around very much longer. With Edwards with the 4-inch reach advantage, that was really what I was kind of leaning on there. If she just keeps her distance, there's a clear path to victory for her to, potentially get a finish with her hands or just keep her distance and strike her. But I've really been on some wrestlers here as of late. And, not saying that Ramona is a clear, top tier wrestler, but there's a path to victory for her. And it sounds like if she gets her down to the ground, it's a wrap. So I'll go with Ramona here. Give me a
little Pasquale. All right. I'm going to go opposite. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. Jocelyn Edwards, she won her UFC debut and lost her last two to Cara Rosa, Jessica Rowe Clark, where they just took her down repeatedly. Ramona Pasquale has fought nobody. Her record's a complete joke. Debuted against Nunes, showed some next level toughness, but didn't really show me a ton of skills. Obviously, though, she is a pretty bigger, thicker girl than Edwards, and I feel like if she does get on top, it's going to be hard for Edwards to get up. However, I do like Edwards striking here. I'm going to go Edwards. First female ever to be signed from – maybe the first fighter ever to be signed from Panama, so let's go Panama. All right, next up, another female fight. They're just stacking the deck with some female fights. Another stinker here, Savannah Gomez-Juarez minus 135 versus Liang or Liang Na. I know – Chinese fighters, they switch it sometimes on this. Plus 115. Timbo, female fight at 115 pounds. Who you like here, babe?
Hey, whether it's fucking Na Ling or Ling Na,
yeah,
give her to me, bro.
Hey,
I fuck with this chick, bro. And her fight against Carnelossi, dog, she had Carnelossi hurt.
That's one of my favorite fights of the last few years.
Bro, she came at it straight, came out the gate with the fucking right cross, drops her immediately. I'm like, okay. And then continued that pace the entire fight. Went into the second round doing the same shit. I think she gassed out. Obviously, you're fucking grappling. That was
the first fight back with the crowd. And like they brought it. Like they were first fight at post-COVID. I remember that fight like I didn't have to look up anything because Gomez-Juarez has been sorry, but I'll let you.
Yeah,
but
dude.
Yeah,
Jeez, Christian jumping in on a female fight.
He's the champ.
Excited.
Yeah, and the Carnelossi's fucking good as shit. She did just lose a decision. I think a couple weeks ago. Yoked up, dude. Straight absolute unit. You got her, on top of you. You're grappling with her. You're gonna gas out, but it's just the aggressiveness that I saw from her in that first round and the ability to go in and not worry about getting hit and just being there with it. I'm all over, and she's a dog here. I did not understand this. Juarez is fucking 37 years old in desperate need of a win. I don't think she has a UFC win.
Nope.
No, she doesn't.
No.
Yeah.
No, she got armbarred by
twice in a row. She's been finished by armbar twice in a row. So
against an armbar.
Yeah, right. That was my breakdown. I'll keep it short and sweet. Ling has a bunch of armbars on her record, and Gomez-Juarez has a bunch of armbar losses on her record. Right? She's a little bit older. Liang showed really well against a bulldozer in Carnelossi, even though she might not be the most skilled guy or woman. Excuse me. She was definitely the bigger one than Liang, and Liang hung in tough, and showed some toughness. And we're getting dog number here. Give me Liang as well. Chris, I'm gonna go ahead and mark you down as Gomez-Juarez, right? Is that where we're going here, babe?
Yeah, hell no. Gomez-Juarez like knocked Vanessa Delmopoulos out and then got armbarred. But this girl's not afraid of Carnelossi. Like Timbo said it perfectly. She'll walk right through that fire to grab that to snatch up any limb. I don't get the line. We're all taking this dog shot. Apparently, we're all seeing it the same way.
12 years younger too.
Yeah. Jesus. Little undersized, but I don't think it's going to matter because I think she's got it covered everywhere.
My mom would say Gomez-Juarez's tits will get in the way because she's got
milkers.
Oh my! Well, yes, but I mean, she puts JJ to shame with these things. They are.
Where do you find these pictures at? What website? What website is that?
Google.
We got some
images.
How do I send a chat here? How do I send a chat? Oh man. How do I send a chat? You're doing it.
Sounds like we got somebody from Ireland.
Yeah, you're doing this. You're sending a chat.
You're on, Gordy.
All right, let's move on here, boys. Kyung Hong Kang plus 120 versus Donna Bacquiao minus 140. I lead the dance here. So I saw Donna Bacquiao fight in Columbus, got knocked out by Chris Gutierrez. It's a very competitive fight up until that point. The Mongolian murderer. This guy lives in my dreams and my nightmares. He's big, he's muscly, he's strong. I'm surprised he's coming back so soon after getting knocked out. I believe that was the first time ever getting knocked out stiff like that. I mean, he got put out pretty good back in March, and he's turning around pretty quick here. Obviously, you know, this isn't his part of the world. This is where he wants to fight at, so I get it. But he's fighting a guy calling Kang, who this guy's just kind of awkward everywhere. He wants to get you to the ground. He doesn't want to get you to the ground. He looked like complete shit against Hanayaya. And it just, I don't know really what he wants to do or how he plans on winning this fight. His striking is not going to be good enough. I don't think he's physical enough to get Donna Bacquiao to the ground. His only benefit here, I think he has a little bit better cardio because Bacquiao loads up his shots. He's a little bit more muscly, kid fade in time. But again, it's a small number. So you're giving me Donna Bacquiao at a small number. I'm going to take it at minus 140. I just don't look like Kyohong Kang's game very much. So give me Bacquiao, the Mongolian murderer. I like him. I like him a lot here at minus 140. Christian, we got, babe.
Yeah, I watched this. I'll say it like your buddy John says. Bagarida.
There you go.
Yeah, Hey, that was a tough one. So yeah, I disagree with you here. When I watch Dana's fights, he loads up everything. He's a wild man. He could knock most people out. The problem is Mr. Perfect doesn't get knocked out. Look, Dana's never been subbed, but I could see some cage control sort of thing, like dragging him to the ground that way. Like, you think you won't be able to get him down. I just don't see Dana's angle to win. And I'm like, you're giving me a plus number on Kang. And I'm just, that seems like a better option to me.
Great. Here's another better option. You want to bet?
Woo! Yeah. I saw you squirming. I was like, is there something wrong with my audio?
No. Let's go. Let's go. All right, let's go.
6 months since we've done this. Of course I want to bet.
Let's go. I'm writing it down. Bet. You got Mr. Perfect King, and I got Donna Bach. First off, you're going against a guy named Mongolian Murderer, okay? So you're fucked.
Kang's gonna make it boring, and it's
that's my biggest issue. You're right. Is Kang is going to drag this out, make it his kind of fight, and
the judges aren't rewarding that. So it's like I mean,
right.
I don't know why I'm taking the shot on him. Just like I'm taking that shot on Edwards. I'm like almost fading myself because I had such a bad weekend last week. But
yeah. All right, we're in a bet. Timbo, what do you got here, babe?
I got a side with the champ here. It's
champ.
Hyung Kang, and I'm taking him by decision at plus 240. I think that's just
nice.
Pretty easy.
Good
money.
number.
Easy money. Plus 240. I don't know about easy money.
What's the fight goes at distance?
That is
while you're looking that up, Leg Lock Larry,
110.
quick thoughts on Jeremiah Wells versus Court McGee. I love the booking for Jeremiah Wells. I'm very high on him. Court McGee is a tough out for anybody. The guy's been finished like once in his UFC career, maybe. And Jeremiah Wells is a big, powerful dude. I like Wells in that big time. But you don't fuck with the Mongolian murderer. You are right. The Mongolian murderer fucking stays with you, bro. That shit stays with you. All right, so we're split on that. We got a bet, Timbo, Christian and I got a bet. What, $20, $50, 2,000? What do you want to do?
Let's do 20 on that one because there's better ones.
Okay.
Well, yeah, we'll up the ante later.
All right. Fight I'm looking forward to a lot here. Jake Matthews, plus 125 versus Andre Fialho, minus 145. I have a strong take on this fight. Christian, you lead the dance here. Champ. Tell me what you got.
Man, I was kind of leaning Fialho, and then when I listened to you on Anik this week, that confidence was like, whew. That was like, he's good, but we've seen him gas before. Matthews doesn't gas. Like Matthews is kind of like Kang Ho Kang. He'll be there for 15 minutes. And I don't know what Fialho is going to look like in the third round. I mean, he looked okay against Michel Pereira, who's a better fighter than Matthews. I've heard that there's people that are on Matthews. I get it, I guess, because he can keep it boring. He's got that cement head. He must train with Jamie Malarkey or something like that.
Yeah,
probably does.
Probably, yeah. Same part of the world.
Fialho is one of those guys. Like I don't think the weight cut bothers him. I think he's just, if he keeps moving, like he's in a rhythm right now. And we've watched him despite the competition goes up and down, but you can see him getting better and better. I mean, he looks massive right now. That everything about him's been getting better since he's been able to fight more and more often. So maybe maybe it was your hype train that got me on him, but I mean, I don't really like Jake Matthews anyways.
Right.
So yeah, I like Fialho. I don't know if he can finish, but I think he can definitely win the first couple rounds if he doesn't finish. And I'm tired of hearing it about Fialho's ground game. Fialho, there's a reason we don't see his ground game, because it doesn't get to the ground. So
right.
Enough said about that.
Enough said. Timbo, what you got here, babe?
Did we fuck up the Mongolian murder?
Yeah. Hey, boys. Oh, that's on me. That's on me. I'm the one who started sprouting that off. McGregor McDonald, thank you for keeping us in check, boys. Got that fucked up. My bad there. That's funny. Or Liang. A Mongolian murder. What is Bakrial's name?
Storm.
Yeah. Oh, fuck off.
Couldn't be worse.
And I'm betting him, and I'm taking him against Christian. God damn it. Hopefully Storm in Mongolian sounds like way cooler than just Storm. It's like something being called Lightning. Fuck off.
Dana is better than Orichi Liang. So if anything, you're
not a better nickname though. That's what I care about. All right, Timbo, who you got in this fight, babe?
Honestly, when I first heard this fight get announced, I feel like UFC is really pushing Fialho, as they should, because he's got two amazing first-round knockouts over, one, Miguel Bezos, legit competition. Cameron Van Camp, I believe is his name, not so much. But I expected this to be a much wider line. I was expecting Jake Matthews to be like a plus 250, in which I would have then been preempted to take Matthews. But with how close this line is, I think Fialho's his boxing is way too crisp. His cardio might be an issue. Obviously, Matthews, like CC said, it's not going to be. But he did gas a little bit in that Pereira fight, because I believe he won that first round. And then Pereira just constantly puts it on you, and he did kind of phase out that fight. But his cardio is only going to get better. He's a young guy, and he's also got the chance to knock Matthews out, regardless of cement head or not. So give me Fialho here. Probably take him by knockout.
Yeah, the lines actually moved. When I did the Anakin Foreign, he was minus 155, so he's down at minus 145. So money's coming in on Matthews.
Yeah, wow.
I find it surprising. Jake Matthews is a guy, he's a jack of all trades. He's good at kind of everything, but not great. He's not a finisher. He's not really a wrestler. He's not really a grappler. He's got some decent chokes. Obviously, the path to victory here is to take Fialho down. Problem is Fialho, a lot of his losses come from strikers. Chris Curtis TKO'd him. Chidi Njoku TKO'd him. His one loss, Anderson Dos Santos, a million years ago, was a grappler and was very competitive. He started off as a grappler. He's a strong guy. The Pereira fight, the only thing I could have in his defense, he took that fight in like 2 weeks' notice. He took it at very, very short notice against a crazy, wild guy. UFC debut, a lot of jitters. Since then, he's looked pretty fucking good. The biggest knock on Fialho before this run was his chin. Not necessarily his cardio and not necessarily his ground game, but it was his chin because he had been put out a few times. Chris Curtis really wore him down and beat him up with body shots. Chidi Njoku knocked him out with headshots. But his boxing, his confidence, everything's on the same level here. That's the thing with Matthews. I just think he's struggling to find his confidence, to find what kind of fighter he is. He was the next big thing, and he's been passed by so many people from Australia and New Zealand that I just feel like his confidence is shot. He's mixed some things up, but I do believe he's still training at the same old gym he has. But there are some really good training partners in that training part of the world, so hopefully he's bouncing back and forth. But I just have no confidence in this dog. But Timbo said it right. If Jake Matthews was plus 250, plus anything plus 200, I really take a look at, because then you're like, well, yeah, shit, that's 2-1 on my money. And this guy does have good cardio. Maybe he could really push Fialho, and Fialho is not this beast that we think he is. I just think it's going to be a rough first round. I think Fialho is going to piece him up to the body, to the head, and then slowly pick away at Matthews. I don't know. I have a TKO here written down, but I don't know if a finish will happen because Matthews is pretty durable. But I'm very confident in Fialho. He's giving me my Slimeball candidate number 1. Ooh. That's how confident I am. I can't backtrack now, baby.
It's going to be a slimy Slimeball.
Yeah. Huh?
You want to see how confident you
are?
Well,
not when I put Valentina in it. It's not going to be.
Yeah, right.
Let's get to these. Your Anakin Florian breakdown. That's confidence.
Yeah, I should. I don't know. I got Jordan Turkey Levitt. That boy got cake though. What's middleman drinking? Middleman, what you drinking? It's Fialho or Fialho. It's whatever. I'm American.
Fialho. It's Fialho.
Fialho. Middleman. You're
Fialho.
middleman. What are you drinking, middleman?
His
Christian.
name's CC, and that's the champ.
That's a champ.
The champ is here.
What are you drinking there?
Me?
Look like
Yeah.
a seltzer.
Oh, it's seltzer.
Seltzer.
Black cherry white claw. It's all
Well, Brian,
day.
take it up the ass and Patty gets submitted. Let me tell you something here. Ain't not the only thing that comes out of things come out of my ass. Nothing goes up. Okay, you know what I mean. The wife's been trying to do little fingers for a while. It's like, yeah, let's get it out of here. Ain't my thing. Christian's not commenting because.
Oh, I don't think I can.
No. I'm talking about the finger up the ass. I think did you kind of put your head down? Is that something you're into?
Yeah,
Molly,
take it how I can get it, Playboy.
my buddy's obsessed with it. He broke up with this hot. I shouldn't even say that's on air, but anyway, he had this hot. This is a million years ago. He's married. Well, not really married, but he has kids with a girl. But he was dating this girl, and she was a 10 and so cool, and took care of him while he was drunk, and everyone loved. All the friends loved him, and yeah. And he broke up with her. We're like, why'd you break up with her? He's like, she's not an ass play. I'm like, dude, get the fuck out of here. He broke up with her because she's not an ass play. Crazy.
Man, the Irishman just out here.
He loves it. He's
he's nasty.
You should open your mind, Brian. Shit hits. You're right. Pegging. That scares me, bro. I mean, I can get open to maybe something. Well, we're getting all the rails here, but no pegging for me, bro. No pegging for me. I feel too vulnerable like that. I'm an alpha. I'm a fucking alpha male. I can't be on all fours. The fuck? All right, next up. So we're all on Fialho. Next up, this guy, Fialho. This guy's name's going to be a fucking. I know on the Anakin Florin, he only goes by one name, but they have two names here on Tapology. Hasar Mashata versus Steve Garcia. Hashar Mashata is a plus 150. Steve Garcia is a minus 170. Timbo, what do you like about this fight? Who do you like? Debutante from China, right? Is he a debutante? Yeah, I think he came through the Contender Series. 22 years old, fighting Steve Garcia.
Yeah, he looks every bit of fucking 12 years old.
Not a lot of tape on this guy, I tell you what.
Yeah, this was tough. I mean, Steve Garcia is a decent grappler.
Hold on. So someone just literally, oh my God, we're talking about butt play, and some guy named Stretching Buttholes came in here. Oh, I love it. All right, go ahead, Timbo. Sorry, Stretching Buttholes got my attention right away.
Steve Garcia minus 180 betting favorite.
Okay, so he went up a little bit.
Yeah, I think I can only assume, not to assume anything about an entire group of people, but Asians usually aren't the best grapplers.
Sure.
Steve Garcia is strong. He's proven in the UFC. He's got some takedowns against some good guys. And I've just been Mr. Wrestling heavy here recently. It's been paying off pretty well, usually by decision. So like Steve Garcia here to drag this one out, slow it down, get him up against the cage, grind on him, Steve Garcia thing. So give it to him.
Yeah, this is the one that put pause in me, but then I'm like, I went back to the old capping playbook. You got a Chinese fighter. Historically, they haven't been so great right now. If he's coming from that Chinese PI, these guys aren't winning. He's 22 years old. So how good can he be anywhere at 22? Very limited experience, not a lot of tape on him out there. Saw his Contender Series fight. He looked very good. He looked tough. He looked durable for being 22. But I just don't know if he's ready for the UFC yet. I think I don't know this booking. Maybe they just said, hey, we're going to that part of the world. We need somebody. And Steve Garcia, fucking sign yourself up. I like Steve Garcia here as well. I don't have a strong lean on this. I don't know how the fight's going to end. But it's a simple fact of 22-year-old Chinese fighter that you just got to fade. I mean, a lot of these kids aren't lighting the world on fire right now, unless this kid's something special, which, again, I haven't seen a ton of tape on him. And his record, he's fought nothing but bums besides that one good guy in the Contender Series. I see Steve Garcia winning the decision here. Christian, what do you got, Ben?
About a month ago, I got laughed out of the building when I called Journey Newson a vet against the Contender Series player. Yeah. And right here, we got a vet in Steve Garcia fighting a Contender Series guy. And we've seen how the Chinese fighters, I'm not generalizing, they have stunk. Yeah. It's been bad for the Chinese fighters. And we have the same matchup almost a month later. Steve Garcia, he's taken like an axe kick to the head and survived it. Yeah, this guy might be a little bigger, might be able to hit, but Steve Garcia is a vet who's seen it before. He's dealt with Luis Pena's weird shit. He lost. I remember he was punching him from the back. Like, this dude's a gamer. And this Chinese dude gets hurt, fresh off the Contender Series. He hasn't. Steve Garcia, I think, is an LFA champion too. Give me him all day.
All day. Christian likes that.
Mortal lock candidate.
Woo! Mortal lock candidate for Christian. I'll throw the sound on it. I'll throw the fucking sound on it.
Highly confident in that play.
We got leg lock Larry make a parlay on Cop, Choi, Fialho, Allen, and Wells. I like that. The only problem
Wells,
is
can I just say one thing about that Wells fight? It reminds me of the Dober. It reminds me of the Dober McKinney fight. And I think you're going to see Wells come out and just dominate early, but he's not going to be able to finish Court McGee. And then you'll just see Court McGee do his thing. If he doesn't finish him, then just brutalize him for like the maybe last 12 minutes. That's exactly how I see that fight going.
You do realize that Jeremiah Wells is from Philly, and he goes to the wall and eats those hoagies. And Philly people. I'm
going to Philly next week.
You have Philly family. Philly dudes don't tire, man. They're fucking beasts. But the only problem with his parlay is I'm opposite. I don't like Brandon Allen. I've already gave that pick out. So
is leg lock because that Jeremiah Wells fight isn't on his card unless I'm tripping.
I think it's next week, the week after. I think he's just giving extended parlays. Yeah. Parlays for this card. And
I ain't got patience for that, dog. I want to get paid now.
Yeah, you want to get paid now. I don't do futures. Get paid now. Next up, Sung Woo Choi, a guy I used to be very high on, -225 versus Joshua Calabo, +185. Kulibao, God damn it. I said that in my head too.
Hey, when Johnny and Nick and Heidi Dean aren't there for you, I'm here for you.
Heidi Dean will text me and be like, do you know how to pronounce anything? Like, what? Here are the files. Like, oh, that's funny. She's the best. Timbo, who you liking this fight, babe? Who we got?
I did a write-up on this fight, and I've already forgotten about it. Hold on, let me take a look here real quick.
Man, your write-ups are the best.
I try.
You remember Sung Woo Choi's last fight, right? Because you won a strap off of it.
Oh, okay. Oh, Caceres. That's correct. Okay.
And I lost the fucking Slimeball off it. So.
Oh, yeah. I'm all over Choi. This dude fucking cracks. Yeah, he cracked Caceres pretty good too. Yeah, I'm all over Choi. That's right. I was sitting there thinking, what the fuck did I take on this fight? But yeah, his striking is legit, man. Like, if you run up into a fucking grappler at the expertise level of Caceres, like, you're bound to get caught. And I can't fucking find my camera now. I'm getting pissed, boys. It's been too long. All right, there we go. There he is. But yeah, give me Choi. You know, I think say it again.
Kulibao.
He did have that draw against Charles Jourdain.
Yeah, that's all he's had.
Yeah, that exactly. That is all he's had. I think he does have good cardio, but obviously Choi is going to as well. All them boys do. So, give me my boy Choi by knockout.
Yeah, I flirted with this fight just because Kulibao is an easy target to make fun of. He came on a short notice, got knocked out by Jalen Turner. Jalen Turner's a fucking stud. Goes down to 140.
No shame.
Goes down to 145, and he's looked pretty good at a draw with Charles Jourdain, who I think is a solid fighter. And he's coming off his win against the a guy's name I'm not going to try to pronounce. But he's a durable, tough dude. But Choi is a guy that's a front runner. He likes it. He's got to have a good first round. And this scares me. This is something that I really considered being Slimeball candidate, but he's burned me before. Kulibao's a guy that can really take a good shot in that first round, maybe come back and win second or third or whatever. It could be a dog fight. I'm going to go with Choi. I'm going to avoid this fight altogether. I don't really have a strong lean. If I'm going to touch anything, it might be Choi by knockout, maybe round one. Sprinkle that round one, because I think if it gets outside of round one, we might have some problems because Kulibao can pick it up a little bit. But give me Choi is my pick. But I don't have a strong lean either way. Timbo seems excited. For the listeners out there, Timbo seems excited about Choi. Let's see what the champ's got to say. Christian, what you got, babe?
Yeah, I came away. I think that Caceres fight's really important because I just was singing Choi's praises, and you were too going into it. I think he just got taught a vet lesson by Caceres, and I didn't think Choi's stock went down. Caceres is almost impossible to finish, and Choi was about as close as you can get. And then Caceres truly is when I talk about a veteran, that's that's my mom.
Lisa Costello.
Yeah,
what's up?
What's up?
Look at that chain. Look at the strapped up. That's boys. Everyone in the chat. Everyone in the chat. This is the sharp of the whole night.
Big time.
None of us know shit. She's the sharp right there.
The handwritten note. The handwritten.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Sharp.
breaks
Go
down
ahead,
every
Christian.
single fight, every single week. And she's holding the strap in our competition. She beat
Yeah, she is.
She beat us all
Strapped
last
up
week.
in that picture, man.
Yep. So yeah, I didn't lose any stock on Choi. I still think he's great. I still think he's getting better. Kulabao he's all right. Like, it's not a laughing stock or whatever. I just think Jourdain took him a little bit easy, and kind of paid for it. But Jourdain, he's a unique fighter, and Kulabao brought it. It was his debut, and just like a debutante does a lot of time, he brought it. But yeah, I think Choi's excellent. I think he rolls here. Kulibao's tough. I don't know if he can finish him, but I'm probably gonna take a stab on it.
Yes.
I haven't checked the numbers, but yeah, I'm still very high on Choi.
Yeah,
Big Gun, you mess with same game parlays for fights. Christian, that was you last weekend that was sharing that. I have not touched that yet, but that is something that I've been wanting to be able to do for a while. I love the idea. I will do probably at least 2 to 3 this weekend. I already have circled. So yes, I am going to look for the same game parlays for sure. Main event for one, Yuri, and then Yuri by knockout is something that I have circled as well. That is something that is a good question. Christian brought to my attention last weekend. Been down a little bit. I went to Indiana, but I went to Indiana and just literally had things written down in place. I didn't even get into the weeds of it. Had a good week, but this weekend I'm going to take some more time and really go down there and do it.
Not being able to bet in your state makes it tough, because those are things you could fire off quick from your couch. And
fucking
so the
Ohio
listeners know,
dude.
you're looking at 2023.
$1 billion. $1 billion is what we're gonna miss. Cincinnati Bengals went to the fucking Super Bowl, almost won. They have one of the hottest teams in the NFL, one of the hottest quarterbacks in the NFL. Everyone's talking about the Bengals, which is no one ever does ever. And then everyone in this city is electrifying. Like, I work right next to the stadium. People are lined up outside the stadium every day watching these fucking OTA practices. The city's buzzing, and we can't even bet on the fucking opening day because these fucking idiots in Ohio fucking goddamn it. All right. So we're all on Sunwoo Choi there. I like it. Next fight. This fight, I think one of the probably I got laughed at. In some of the comments, but I think it's one of the harder fights to pick. Brendan Allen -310 versus Jacob Malcoon +245. I lead the dance here. I've already given my pick on the Anakin Florian. I'll give it again though. My reasoning is the Jacob Malcoon. We've never really seen Brendan Allen off his back too much. I think I said Kyle Dawkins, or no, I think I said Chris Dawkins in the Anakin Florian. Excuse me, it's the Kyle Dawkins fight. They had a nice little scramble exchange on the ground. Kyle Dawkins is very good on the ground. Brendan Allen is good submission, but how good is his wrestling? Malcoon just wants to lay on you, dude. He wants to lay on you. He wants to take you down. I know Brendan Allen's going to have a good guard off his back, but for how long? He looks to be in tremendous shape. Robert Whitaker's going to be in his corner. Malcoon, that is. And I just, Brendan Allen's a little bit inconsistent. I think he's very good. He's very young. Both these guys are the same age. I think Malcoon maybe gets laughed at a little bit because he's boring. He's Robert Whitaker's buddy. He's been knocked out in the UFC already, but he's an awkward guy to fight. And I don't have too many dogs in this card. I'm not liking a lot of dogs. So if I'm looking at a dog shot, I'm going to go boring wrestler +245. And that's what I have here on Malcoon. I can see Brendan Allen taking a neck. I think the only way he wins is by submission. Because I just don't think he has the power in his hands, and he's been a little chinny himself. So I feel like he's going to catch something if he's doing anything. But I like Malcoon here by decision. Christian, what do you like, babe?
What happened the last time Malcoon fought a Chris Curtis victim?
I don't know. What happened?
It was Phil Hawes. He got knocked out in 12 seconds.
Oh.
That's what's about to happen again.
What?
You're sleeping on one of your best friends. Yeah, it was his
Wait,
debut.
what?
It was my birthday, actually, the day it happened.
Wait, hang on. What is happening? I'm misunderstanding what you're saying.
Phil Hawes. So Chris Curtis beat Phil Hawes. Phil Hawes knocked out Jacob Malcoon in 12 seconds.
Right.
Chris Curtis beat Brendan Allen.
Yes.
Chris Curtis is going to knock out Jacob Malcoon in 2 minutes and 20 seconds, maybe.
Chris Curtis isn't fighting Jacob Malcoon.
I know. I'm doing MMA math. And you're missing the Chris Curtis connection.
I'm missing it. Okay. Chris Curtis is going to win June 25th, though. Bucket.
Yeah, that is such a crazy matchup.
He's ready. I don't know. He's got to be probably a slight favorite, but he's ready, dude. He's told me he's never been more ready for anything. He's going to put him away.
Oh, never mind. That's the wrong one. Nope, that's not out yet. Not on DraftKings, at least.
Trindaddy, MMA math, it's science, baby. It's science.
So I think some of that, Trindaddy, what's up? Yeah, I think some people knew what I was saying. It was like cosmic brain
I
MMA
followed
math. And yeah, so
It went over my head.
I'm
My bad.
very,
My bad, CC.
that was my MMA math. I'm like, man, Malcoon has gotten better too. His debut wasn't very sweet. You know, he's a wrestler, push you up against the cage type of guy. He pushes Brendan Allen up against the cage. I mean, Brendan Allen could lay on his back and just choke him out somehow that way. It's not, there's nothing notable about being confident in a minus 300 favorite.
Sure.
Malcoon doesn't have anything for him. With the way these judges are lately, you don't get anything for pushing against the cage.
It's true.
So, yeah, give me Allen. I mean, but that the chat, Timbo, everybody, I'm sure is going to say the same.
Yeah.
No spicy takes other than Allen's going to finish him.
Finish for Brendan Allen. Timbo, what do you think here, babe?
I usually go fucking heavy, boring wrestlers, which is exactly what Malcoon is.
Yeah.
But this is going just a little bit too far. He's just fucking ass on the feet.
Not even on the number? Not even on the number?
No.
Nah.
He's just too slow. And
I'm on an island here.
Brendan Allen isn't no fucking expert striker either, but I mean, he's just like the athletic build in this. Like at least the eye test for this. You look at Brendan Allen, you look at Jay McCone, and granted, obviously that means nothing. Look at fucking Ben Askren all those years.
Sure.
But we saw Phil Hall's 12 seconds. His chin's been tested before. It failed miserably. And I don't know. For the pick 'em, I'm taking Brendan Allen, but I might sprinkle some decision from Malcoon.
That's plus 800. I'd recommend it.
Shit.
No
Malcoon by decision is plus 800.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, yeah, lock
Lay
it
and
up.
pray, baby.
Lock it up. I mean, fucking lock it up, baby.
I'm the dog, the big bad dog.
Dog City, 8-1 dog. I like that. Listen, this is why MMA is so kind of beautiful and crazy all at the same time, and one of the hardest sports to gamble. I think Brendan Allen's going to have the better career. They're both the same age, right? I think he has more tools and he's going to learn more, right? But I just think this is a weird matchup for him. And I think this is going to be a good prove-it matchup because Malcoon is one-dimensional. He wants to get you down. He's strong. He's in shape. Let me get you down. Let me take you down and lay on you. And if Brendan Allen can prove that my jiu-jitsu is great off my back, I can get up, I can scramble, I can beat you, that's a dangerous fighter right there. That's something I want to see. So I kind of like this matchup to see how far Brendan Allen can go because I think we kind of already know how far Jacob Malcoon can go. So I had a huge loud noise. Fucking guy riding motorcycle down the street. All right, next up, Jack Della Maddalena. 3-name Jack here, baby. Jackie, 3 names, whatever you want to call him. Kid's a fucking stud. Minus 155 versus Ramazan Ameev. He is a plus 135. A lot of people like Ameev as an underdog here. I get it. Dagestanian, hard to fucking fight. Tough dude. Christian, I think we lead with you here, babe. What do you got here in this fight here? Big time fight. About 170 pounds.
Blows my mind how you like Malcoon to be Allen, but you like Della Maddalena to be Ameev. It's like almost, it's like such a, you got a dynamic fighter versus a cage pusher.
Sure. Jack Della Maddalena, 3-name Jack, has never been knocked out before. Brendan Allen's been knocked out twice. That's the difference.
Yeah, Ameev's not, he's not going to knock him out. He's going to,
I know, he's going to get knocked out.
He's going to, has Ameev been knocked out?
Not yet. He
he hasn't been finished in the UFC. I think early on we're in Russia.
And he doesn't have any finishes in the UFC. The guy's a bum. Get him out of here. Take him to the woodshed. Done. Cut him.
Yeah. All right, old
Get
Yeller.
Him off the field.
Look, Ameev stinks. And Della Maddalena is like, he's so exciting. Like that guy, his Contender Series fight, his UFC debut, so fun to watch. Like, but the thing is, Ameev will walk through those punches. It's Della Maddalena needs to be like fighting in that phone booth to be able to do anything, but Ameev wants to be there and it just wants to carry him over the cage, push him. I don't know, try and take him down, do that Khabib
sniff his crotch
block thing. Yeah. So
fucking crotch sniffers.
Della Maddalena's not a debutante, but I don't know I can't even remember who he fought in that fight, but he knocked that guy out cold.
It was some nobody. Yeah. Short notice.
Might as well be a debutante because he's fighting a real fighter now. Ameev does. He's one of the worst fighters to watch in the whole UFC. But we're not. This isn't what we're talking about here. Isn't rooting people on or
sure.
We pick winners and
Do it. Pick the winner. Do it.
Yeah, Ameev. Give me Ameev.
Me? Okay. One bet.
Yeah. Wait, am I taking two jumps now? All right.
Let's
All right.
go.
So how about 40 on this one now?
How many?
We'll go 40 on this one.
40 on this one. Let's do 40.
I have a feeling we're gonna have one more.
Well, if it's the main event, I don't know if I know you're a Glover guy. I don't know about that. Yeah, so we'll bet that. Let me write down here. Christian owes me 40.
Break this one down for me, Timbo.
Yeah, okay. Timbo, indulge us, please, in your thought process here.
Me and Cece are clicking on all cylinders, man.
Damn, man.
Yeah. It's not who I want to win. It's not the style of fight I want to see, but it's the money that I want to see in my pocket afterwards. And it's going to be Ameev by decision because exactly what he just said. I watched a lot of tape on Maddalena today, and obviously there wasn't much to watch in his fight against fucking Pete Rodriguez. He just pieced him up, sent him to bed. But in that fucking Contender Series fight, and granted, I think we're maybe two years removed from that, he had some good grappling exchanges in that. But ultimately, he was getting taken down, and granted, he was getting back up each time. When you're trying to get up and you're trying to get off the cage and shit, you don't have time to be striking. And Ameev is a tough dude. He's durable. He's shown he's durable. He got fucked over in that Danny Roberts fight. He won that fight.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Yeah, so he should be on a pretty long winning streak right now. And thankfully for me and Cece, he did lose that fight, so his odds probably dropped. But I like Ameev by decision here, man. It's just classic wrestler versus striker. Who you taking?
Right. I got a little personal question here, Brian. What would I do if my ex dumped me 3 years ago that I still love? Man, I tell you, hookers and booze is a start. If not that, just jerk off till it bleeds. And if you're not, and if it's not that, then just start going to bars and putting out the vibe. And when the hot chicks turn you down, start going to the middle rung chicks and start getting to the end chicks. You gotta get it over. My young days, I'd fuck a girl out of my system. But I'm a grown up now. I'm married. I don't do that anymore. But that just might be my advice. So listen, my breakdown's pretty simple. I'm actually kind of confident in this fight, and I never really thought I would be. I broke it down to Anakin Florian. And I thought maybe I convinced myself, but then I really sat back, and I know there's a lot of questions about Jack, 3-name Jack here, Jackie D, Jackie 3 names,
Simple Jack.
Yeah, because he's never fought anyone like Ameev before, right? And he's never really shown that he can be able to keep the fight upright or get his cage back against the cage. But he's a smart fighter. Everyone that trains him says this kid's a fucking stud. And I think with it being inside and so close, I think that's actually going to be an advantage of Della Maddalena. I think he's going to land these inside shots. I don't think he needs much power. He doesn't need these huge looping shots to put someone out. I think these quick little uppercuts inside, little hooks, I think are going to really hurt Ameev here. I think he's going to finish Ameev by KO. If not, it's going to be Ameev just laying on him by decision. But the way these judges have been judging fights too is clinch control and cage control mean nothing anymore.
That's facts.
It's all about power. So Della Maddalena is getting fucking leaning against the cage, but every time they break, he lands 5 or 6 shots. Who wins that round? So that's something to think about as well. But I like Jack. I like Jack Della Maddalena here. I think his boxing's crisp, and I think he can hurt him on the inside there. So
I did expect a lot wider line on this one as well. I thought Maddalena would have been a lot bigger favorite than what he is.
I did too. And I see people liking Ameev. It's hard to bet against a Russian with that style. It's just impossible. But I really do like Della Maddalena. I have some awesome listeners from Australia, and a couple of them DM me over on Instagram and said, hey, but I know a guy that knows a guy that says this dude's the fucking real deal. So, and I can see it when he performs. I know he hasn't performed against anybody worth a shit yet, but we're going to really see here. And I like that he's getting the shine being this high up on the card as well. All right, next up, we got Rodrigo Bontorin plus 180 versus my guy, Manel Kopp, minus 220. Great fight here. Manel Kopp got busted with some picograms, but he's back. USADA says he can fight. Timbo, how do you like this fight at 125 pounds? Yeah, 125 pounds.
Yeah, I completely missed that Kopp. Did he get suspended? I'm assuming he did. It felt like he just fought not too long ago.
Nevada suspended him, I think, but USADA didn't. It was like
USADA didn't. Yeah.
So he can't fight in Nevada right now, but obviously it's in Singapore.
Okay.
It's that picogram stuff. You got to move the fight to California. You got to move the fight to Singapore.
And it's a very low threshold, and he turned in the supplement that had it, and USADA cleared him. But yeah, he got pulled from a fight a couple weeks ago, and arguably I think he's getting a tougher matchup, but I think this is something that he needs to have to prove how good he really is. So I'll let you take it away, Timbo. Break this fight down for us, babe.
Yeah, and I believe you broke this down on Anik and Florian, so I don't need to dive too deep into it. But Manel Kopp came into UFC, was extremely tentative after being a fucking stud over in Risen. Seems to have found his own as of late. Does he have one knockout? He just has the one knockout, right?
Two. He's got back-to-back ones now.
Back-to-back.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, he's found his rhythm. He's a plus 130 to get a knockout. I love that line. One thing on Bontorin. This is the motherfucker. This is the Brandon Revel fight, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He took him down like 8 times and somehow still lost. But
Lost
that's
a
what
split decision.
me and you bet on. So I'm surprised you're so heavy on Kopp about this one. Because you were big on Bontorin after that.
Yeah, it's all about matchups. It's all about matchups, babe.
Yeah. But he's been Kai France finished him. Bontorin's got some fucking experience under his belt. Lord.
Yeah, he's been fighting for a long time.
Yeah. How old is he? Let me see how old he is. He's 30. Jesus Christ. Kopp does too, though, and most likely against better competition. And he's obviously going to have the striking advantage here. If Bontorin wants to turn this into a wrestling match, though, like he did with Royval, obviously he couldn't hold him down very well.
Yeah. We got a mid breakdown,
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I think I just might have changed my mind on this one. Hold on one second.
All right.
Sorry, there might be some dead noise right here, but I need to look up.
I can play that fucking fire song again. Yeah, I'm just kidding. I want to do that.
That's the thing. He gets 8 takedowns against Brandon Revolt, but that's not his game at all.
My daughter, who's 5 next week, can take down Brandon Revolt. Okay,
Yeah.
let's not put too much stock in that.
Yeah. Let me stop tripping. Give me Kopp. I like that plus 130 by knockout.
By knockout. Yeah, I'm obviously on the same page as with you here. This is what I want Kopp. I want to see Kopp fight. He's fought grapplers, right? Pantoja can grapple a little bit. Matthias Nicolai, which I thought he won that fight, can grapple a little bit. But this is a guy who's going to come out. He's a bulldozer. Bontorin's a big muscled up dude. Fades a little bit. Likes to strike. Throws hammers, but only like when he wants to. But wants to get the fight to the ground. Manel Kopp's super explosive. I see Bontorin running into something big here. Right hand, knee, something. Manel Kopp is confident as all get out. He looked great outside the UFC. He's 2-2 in the UFC. And he left AK. He's in Vegas now. My little birdie's in Vegas tell me this kid is just an absolute fucking monster. So I like Manel Kopp big here. I like him by finish. Slimeball candidate number 2, Manel Kopp. But yeah, I like him by finish. You said it was plus 130 by knockout. That is a gorgeous number. And just to flirt with the winner locks, he might be one of those guys. You know what I mean? CC champ status. What's up, babe? What we got?
Yeah, Bontorin's record is kind of deceiving. I mean, he lost to Rayborg, Cyborg's brother. So that's not the worst loss in the world.
Good joke. Good joke. Good joke. Good joke. Good joke.
You got it that time. He didn't get it last time.
Good joke.
Yeah. Anytime I see Borg, you got to do, Rayborg, Cyborg's brother.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and then that Kai France fight, it's funny. My mom I remember this fight specifically because she had Bontorin as her mortal, and he was 10-7 in Kai France for that round. It was brutal.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Kai France got up
and
then knocked him out with a few seconds left. It was a wild fight. And then he beat Schnell, but I think he tested positive for weed. And then that Royval fight, that's a questionable decition.
That was a fucking robbery.
I mean, Bontorin is good. I mean, he's 16-4, but man, more like could be like 19-1 almost right now. So and that's my take on Bontorin. Kopp, I think it's taking him some adjustment coming over to the UFC, like fighting in wrestling shoes, wearing that Dos Caceres Jr. luchador mask like they do over in Ryzen. I think he's really adjusted now to the UFC. He's looked incredible in his last 2 fights. This is going to be his toughest competition yet, but I thought he was the future when he came over. He didn't look the same against Pantoja. I don't think it's because of the competition. I just it was.
He didn't go, and I mean, you got to imagine this young kid got thrown in as an alternate for the title, and they give him Pantoja, who's a stud, and that fight was close, and a fight where he could have probably won if he just stepped on the gas just a little bit. He fought very timid. And the Nicolai fight, the same thing. I thought he won that fight, but again, he just didn't let it go. And then now that he's letting it go, I mean, my God, we saw we saw how good Odie Osborne looked last weekend. He knocked Odie out with a very competitive fight, and then he knocked out Zalgas, who fought Jeff Molina as well. I mean, this kid's got fucking power, man.
Yeah, Zalgas won that fight too. So yeah, give me
He did it, but all right. You like Cop?
Guy.
Yep. Yeah.
You like Cop. You like Cop.
Yep.
All right, here we go, boys. Final 3 fight. Big 3 fights here. Weili Zhang, -160 versus Joanna. Jedrzejczyk, +140. I believe we're going with me. Did we end on Tim?
I just went last.
You just went last?
No, I went first last time.
So that's why I thought we went on me.
Yeah.
No secret here. I'm on Joanna as a dog here. Again, I gave the pick. I got a big crush on her. She's my gal. I do have some reservations. People brought up good points. She's been away for a while. She's been distracted. She's been modeling. She's got the fake titties. She's out there dating soccer players like studs. Like, everything could be distracted. She appears to be in great shape. It appears that she wants to fight. I'm glad that it's a 3-round fight because a 5-round fight would make me a little nervous, but I'm glad it's a 3-round fight. Weili Zhang, though, she's over there saying she wants to wrestle and she wants to, she's with Cejudo and she wants to wrestle and do all that. Name a wrestler that beats Joanna. No, the wrestlers don't beat her. That's not the way to go. The way to go is to mix it up, and I'm sure Weili will. But I just think Joanna's going to be sharp on the feet. I think it's going to take a little bit. I think the first round is going to be a little bit rough, but I think Joanna has some of the cleanest technique striking there is, and I see her taking over this fight. I see it being a decision win for Joanna. I thought she won the first fight as well. I think she's going to win this fight. Christian, what do you like, babe?
Yeah, people talking about Joanna being an Instagram model. She lives in South Beach. What's she supposed to do? Take pictures with sweaters and blankets on? She's like, she lives at the beach. Like, give me a break.
She doesn't.
If I lived there, I would too.
And when you get those bolt-ons, you pay $10,000 for the bolt-ons. You got to show them off. I mean, if I get a dick implant, I'd be wearing gray sweatpants on every fucking photo, just showing the print on every one. I didn't pay $10,000 for a dick implant not to be showing it off.
Yeah, so I don't blame her for that. These long layoffs that we've seen recently, like Miesha Tate comes to mind. She came back, obviously not against this level of competition, but
sure,
she looked great in her first fight back. And there's been other ones. I should have written them down, but that thing with Weili wanting to wrestle, like you want to clinch and wrestle against Joanna, like you're going to get that goiter on your head this time,
right?
Because those elbows are going to be, they'll be raining down. Weili's not taking her down. Almost nobody does. So this line surprises me. It's like y'all must have forgot. Like, this is the queen. She's been gone for a minute, but I'd take her over. I'd take her over Rose. I'd take her over Weili. I'd take her over.
That was a good one. I'm not putting a G-Wagon on her car cover. That's right.
Yes.
You want to show it off, baby. You want to show it off.
Yeah. So shout out Joanna. I'm hoping she gets the next title shot after this. I'm taking her here. Look, if she loses. This 3-round fight also, I keep hearing people say that favors her. I really think it favors Joanna. So
yeah, I think just with the layoff. And another thing too is people were like, Joanna's been out for 2 years and Weili's only fought twice. She got knocked out in the first round, then she fought Rose in a very competitive fight. Confidence is at an all-time low right now. She's not fighting at home, which could fuck a lot of people up. People are like, hey, she's got a mullet right now. That scares me a little bit. She does have a mullet, but
Lucan.
I just think Joanna.
Point. That's a great point. Weili's fought 26 minutes since the last time her and Joanna fought.
It's not like she's defending this title over and over and over again. Like, she hasn't been the most active fighter. And all right, Timbo, you were shaking your head though when I picked Joanna. So I'm assuming you're picking Weili Zhang.
Yeah, so this is how I get my belt back.
Hey,
yeah. I think the long layoff over 2 years now, and I love Joanna. I'm a huge fan of her. I love her energy. I love everything she's done for the sport, specifically for the women's strawweight division. She's the best women's strawweight fighter of all time, in my opinion. But you take 2 years off, who knows what she's been doing.
I'll tell you what she's been doing.
You just
I know what she's been doing. Yeah.
I follow her too. She's been looking good, but I'm not seeing a lot of training getting done. And who's to say that's not happening? Who knows? But Weili, you got some fighters. Obviously, you got Claudia Gadelha, who's a fucking great wrestler, and then you got Joanna Jedrzejczyk, who's a fucking great striker. Weili Zhang's pretty fucking good at both, and we saw that really shine in the last Rose fight, where I think she actually won that fight. Took Rose down 5 times. Rose was able to get up, of course, but those matter. And I think going back to what Sisi said, as far as who this benefits of being the 3-rounder, it's got to be Wally, because if you get a takedown, that's so huge.
Okay.
It's just a takedown. It does so
Sure.
much for a round. Like if you don't immediately get up and you're taking punches on the ground, or even you're just getting controlled for a minute and a half, you've most likely won that fight. So I mean that round. So I like Wally here by decision. I haven't looked up what that line is. I'm gonna look up real quick.
Yeah,
But,
this fight's going the distance.
Yeah, I think it's minus 200.
I think it's 100% going to the distance, and I think we're all split. We got 3 sharp minds here, and we're all split over how this is going to get down. That's how you know it's a good fight.
You can pay up and just take fight goes to decision at minus 225 on DraftKings. That's
a great parlay pick. That's a great parlay piece.
Leg lock Larry's was super parlay. Cat Fialho, Ameev, Wells, Marquez over Rodriguez. Jesus, Cody Stamina. That is. Let me tell you something, leg lock Larry. You got some patience, brother. Patience, because all those fights are over a couple weeks. I want to get paid now. You know what I mean? Like Timbo says. So we're split on that.
Got knocked out by Sean O'Malley, right?
You said that. Leg lock Larry, send the odds on that.
Would you?
Eddie Winland, you see the guy that got knocked out?
Yeah, Eddie Winland got knocked out. Yeah, he got knocked out by Sean
still
O'Malley.
fucking fighting. Why is he still
fighting? Retired. Like, he retires after every fight.
He was like a former champion, like Strikeforce or
WEC a million years ago. He breaks his jaw like every fight, and he goes, "All right, I'm done." Because getting your jaw wired shut and recovering from that is such a pain in the ass. He's breaking his jaw like 3 times, and every time he does, he's like, "I'm done." But I mean, the guy needs a paycheck. You know, he's a fireman, full-time fireman somewhere in Indiana, I think. Yeah. And I guess just still loves the fight. I don't know. All right, co-main event. Valentina Shevchenko, minus 630 versus Taila Santos, plus 450. Christian, you lead the dance here, babe.
I'm not going to spend much time on this.
Yeah, I mean, I think I know who you're going to take.
It's Valentina. I think she'll win by decision. If Nunes didn't lose to Pena, this would be your customary minus 1,100 line value on Shevchenko. Sure. Just pick your poison. Inside the distance or decision, you get plus money either way. That's it.
No shit. Do you really?
Yep.
Damn.
Timbo, what do you got here, babe? And I heard another
No. There's no.
Oh, okay.
No. I like Shevchenko. I like her. I don't know. I just probably. I mean, my dumbass will probably put her in a fucking parlay to be the last leg of it and it loses. But I'll probably just put her straight up at like minus 600 in a parlay just to add a fucking 20 more bucks, hopefully.
But you gotta imagine, dude, her at 630 is almost stealing, considering she's at like 1,200 every time
no doubt.
Fights,
what? And like, so, I mean, let me get y'all's take. Like, is Taila Santos a fucking formidable?
Not for Valentina. But
no, I mean she's good, but she's not the killer. That I mean, listen, you can hype anybody up. You can put anybody in this spot. She lost her UFC debut. She looked like shit. She's rebounded since then. Has some decent little wins. Has some power in her hands. Knocked Joanne Wood around a little bit, but other than that, like Valentina's just better everywhere.
Yeah,
she's faster. She's stronger. She's gonna take the fight to the ground if she wants. She's gonna stand up if she wants. She's just so fucking good.
All right, I'll probably take her by knockout then, or finish. You know, just by finish.
Yeah. I got to finish. I think the only thing I'm touching is finish round 3. I just, in my head, I have it round 3 TKO. First round, feeling out. Second round, maybe she takes her down, beats her up a little bit. Santos comes out the third round, a little bit gassed. It's never been 5 rounds before. And then crucifix position, just fucking elbows over. All right, main event.
Hey, shout out to Luis Cordova from Madrid, Colombia.
Hey,
hell yeah.
Hi, boys from Madrid, Colombia. My favorite for UFC 2 is Tanya and Culibao. All right, bud. Thanks for tuning in. Colombia, I like that. I went with Finish My Mouth. I think she gets out there early, 100%. Booty Stanko all day. I don't know what that means, but Ike, I love you. Booty Stanko all day. If that's Lauren Stanko, yes, I like Lauren Stanko's booty. She is a very attractive woman. All right, main event. This is why we're all here, guys. This is an incredible main event. I'm a Yuri guy. I've been a Yuri guy for a while. Christian obviously is going to pick Glover. He's already kind of spoiled the beans here. I want to hear what Timbo's got to say. I'm going to let Timbo lead here. I think it's your turn anyway. Glover Teixeira, plus 170. Yuri Prochazka, minus 200. I got this line literally right before we hopped on, so they might have moved a little bit, but probably not. Got these on DraftKings. Oh, that's what he calls Valentina. Oh, okay. Booty stink all day. Okay. I like you, Ike. Huh?
So Valentina's body is incredible. I mean, she was
I'm
on
not
the body.
that into her. I'm just not that into her. I don't know why.
I said her body.
I know, but even her body I'm not into. I don't know why.
Too strong for you.
You think so? Yeah. I'm more of a Carnelossi kind of guy. I need one of those. Fucking just break my dick completely off. That's what I'm into. All right, Timbo, main event, Yuri or Glover? I'm actually very curious because I know where Christian's going. I'm very curious where you're going.
Yeah, I flip-flopped, man. I've flip-flopped quite a few times, and I can't get off Yuri, man. Dude's fucking different. You put me onto him before the what's the fuck is his name? Ball guy.
Volkan Osman fight. Yeah.
And I didn't really know much about him. And I bet him by knockout just because you had told me to. And I remember watching that first round getting pissed the fuck off, thinking, who the fuck does this guy think he is?
Getting hit a lot.
Getting hit. Yeah. Like, I'm like, okay. And then he obviously has that performance, and that was just 2 fights ago. And then obviously goes out against Dominic Reyes. And by then I was a full-fledged fan and did what needed to be done to Dominic Reyes, this fucking cocky, egotistical asshole, bitch ass.
What needed to be done.
Yeah, he did. But Glover, shout out to him, man. 42 years old, 40, however fuck old he is. It was very impressive what he did to Jan. But this ain't Jan. This is a different breed. I got to go watch some tape and apologize for not doing it before. I'm sure both of y'all did. But do I recall Dominic Reyes getting Yuri down pretty easily in that fight? I know he got him down, obviously, because Yuri got, he was.
No, Reyes was on his back.
That's right. Yeah, because he kicked him up.
It was an up kick, and I think there was. I do think Dominic Reyes got him down. I don't remember the exact exchange though, but I think for a brief second, I don't remember. I don't want to speak out of turn, but
Reyes did have one takedown, but I remember watching it being like, oh, that was pretty easy. He should do that more often instead of getting annihilated on the feet.
Sure.
So I mean, it'll be interesting, but I really don't think. I think Yuri just comes out and fucking detonates him. Honestly.
Yeah.
Glover's had his chin checked. Obviously, he's got a legit chin. He's got a serviceable chin, but he's also been knocked the fuck out before multiple times. So give me Yuri minus. I think it's minus 115 by KO. I like that.
Love it. We got guys. Can you send a greeting to my wife, Haslam Fermero in Madrid, Colombia? Tell her I love her and please greetings. Well, Haslam,
you want us to screen cap? I'll do it. I'll send it.
Yeah, he loves
I'll address it from you because you're the real star.
Taking that belt, McGregor. Yeah. So a couple weeks ago, I tweeted out a picture of Yuri. He's like in his like weird room, like just doing this, looking all ripped up, and I said, "Future champ." A lot of comments saying Glover's going to take him out, submit him. Feels like a lot of people have changed on that a little bit. I don't see a lot of people really backing Glover, right? So here's the thing about Yuri that's so interesting is the guy comes in, has all the success outside the UFC, right? I believe turned down an early UFC contract, has lost some steam out. He's beaten Nemkov outside the UFC, the Russian champion over in Bellator. Got taken down like 20 times, but just kept getting up, right? And then he goes, you know what? I'm going to go to the UFC. I'm going to get punched up by Volkan and go, I didn't like that. I got hit way too much. Instead of going, hey, look what I just knocked out Volkan Ozdemir. No one's been able to knock him out. He goes, I got hit way too much. I got to fix that. Goes in a Reyes fight. Head movement looks on point. Obviously gets caught a few times because that's his style. But then now he's like, okay, now I'm going to fight Glover. So what do I got to do? Oh, I'm going to move to Arizona, train with John Jones because John Jones was there, work on my grappling. That's the weakest part of my game. This guy who is 2 fights in the UFC is fighting for a title and is admitting to weaknesses. That's just so uncharacteristic of a fighter. If you go ask Michael Bisping, who's got one eye, who's well into his 40s, he's not going to admit any weaknesses. You know what I mean? That's just confidence is built into these guys. And Yuri has enough self-reflection to know I need to get better. And another thing, too, is people just automatically assume that if Glover gets this fight to the ground, it's going to be over. I don't think that's going to be the case. I think Glover lands a good takedown. I just don't think it's going to be over like that. It's not. I don't think it's death for Yuri, quite to be honest with you. I think it has to end early. I think it has to end with a one round or 2 rounds. That's how I'm going to play it. I'm going to play it Yuri and Yuri by knockout. I think the later this goes, I think Glover's more opportunities. His cardio is great, but more opportunities to get the fight to the ground, more opportunities to take that back. Glover's a great rear naked choke, great arm triangle. Yuri, though, just doesn't get tired. He got up kicked by Dominic Reyes, lands on top of him, admits that he got knocked out. They scramble to the feet, and instead of like resetting, going to the center, he pressures Dominic and then lands that elbow. Like the guy's different. And I think, Glover being 40-something years old, the guy reached the mountaintop. The guy did what he wanted to do. He got the title. He wants to retire in Madison Square Garden in November. We can do that, but you're not going to be champ when you do it. So give me Yuri. Give me Yuri by knockout. I love it. All right, Christian, champ, only fitting to end on you.
That was a beautiful breakdown. I like
It
that
was.
a lot. Yeah,
It
that
was.
was
My dick's
good.
hard.
That was
My dick
that
is
was
hard.
slick. That was like you're making me rethink. But hey, Luis, DM me and I'll get that greeting card working. I'll get it working and get it sent your way.
There you go.
Can we acknowledge the super parlay that he's put in the fucking chat?
Oh, yeah.
I sent it out. I put it up on the
You put
screen.
the odds on. Go up. Like,
Yeah, it's $30 since in 1,400.
yeah, I don't think it's gonna hit, unfortunately. But I'm putting
That's big. It's a big one. It's a big.
It's
one.
worth it.
It's a Hail Mary. I mean, why
I'm
not?
put $10 on it.
$10.
All right,
Do it.
so let's
Do
get
it,
to this
CC.
fight. This fight is phenomenal. Sometimes 205 can be stale. There is nothing stale about this fight. Both these guys
Right.
have been so like Glover for the last couple years, and Yuri just pure excitement. So what we do know is that Yuri is going to knock Teixeira out within the first 30 seconds. But then Teixeira is going to get up and he's going to get a double leg on him. And then what happens after that?
Right.
And so I always think it's like, yeah, Yuri's going to get the knockout, but what? Because Glover just walks, he literally gets finished and just keeps going.
Yeah.
I think Yuri can actually push away from, I can imagine all he's been training is like when he cracks him, that double leg. You know, we know what Glover's going to do. He's got his classic combination and he's added a little bit more to it in recent years. Glover's dangerous. If he gets his back, it's over. If he gets anybody's back, he takes their teeth, their neck, anything. I think Yuri is too fast, too strong, too quick, too powerful. And I think that when he cracks him, what Thiago Santos did to him and it knocked into his knees, I think that sends him into the nether realm. I honestly, I keep trying to go to Glover because the number's amazing, like it always is on him. Glover has so many more ways to win the fight, but you've been hyping up Yuri like since his debut. I remember it back when I was just tweeting at you, and I'm like, when I saw that first fight, people were like, "Oh, he lost the first round." That's like those octagon jitters.
It's okay. You don't have to win. You don't have to be perfect. You know, Floyd Mayweather's lost a couple rounds. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's fine. You need to lose a couple rounds. Maybe feel what it's like to get hit. So I've kept wanting to pick Glover, but I think Yuri finished this one pretty quick. The under 2.5, our fight doesn't start round 3 is probably my favorite bet, because if Glover does extend it, when he takes it back, that's how he does it now. So give me Yuri. I am so excited for this fight, though. It's been a long time since I've said that for 205. These guys are Yuri's got years to come, and he's going to be a fan favorite. Glover's given us 20 years of some crazy fights. John Jones is spinning in his grave, being like, I could still be champ.
Right. He really could. The thing about
he doesn't want to see Yuri, though.
The thing about Yuri that's so special is Glover looked really good against Jan, right? But Jan isn't the most athletic guy in the world. Like that double was there all day long. Jan's a big, strong guy. Yuri is athletic. He's quick. Glover's going to have to really go through some fire to get those doubles. Unless Yuri just has a terrible game plan and puts himself against the cage, which he never does because his movement's so awkward. She is very happy. Congratulations. She's my wife. What we got here? Gun to the head and have to pick one in the parlay. Jack Della or Andre. I like Andre. I like Andre. If gun to my head, Andre for sure, just because of the matchup. I think Jake Matthews isn't good. All right, lock time, boys. Time for the locks. Lock City. We got the champ in the middle. The champ gets to pick what he wants first. What do you want first, champ?
I wasn't gonna pick this, but I forgot I was champ, and I can pick first. And
You
I know
pick
this will fuck. I know, Brian. This will make you have to think.
Not me.
Give me Yuri as a send them.
Okay,
Ooh.
Yuri send them. That's a good one.
I'm trying to block you. I'm playing checkers. You're playing.
I'm trying to play it cool. That's exactly what I had written down. I'm trying to play it cool, but that's exactly what I had written down. Timbo, send them home, babe. What we got?
Shit. Hold on. What's it?
Don't you
Give
fucking
me.
do it.
Give me Cop.
Cop. All right, send them
Oh my
home.
gosh, Brian.
You're taking my fucking mortal locks and shit, guys. Smart man. All right, my send them home. just because I think she's going to go out there and make a statement. It's going to be Valentina. I think.
Oh yeah, big time.
Oh yeah.
I think I like that number to get her sent home. All right, Timbo, you get to pick mortal. You get to pick dog lock here, babe. What do you like?
Give me the dog.
Dog. Who you got?
Give me Choi.
Choi. What? Huh? Choi's the
Choi's
favorite.
minus 240.
Oh, excuse me. Okay, my
Yeah.
bad. My bad. Wrong,
Oh, Kang.
wrong Asian. Give me
Kang.
Nia Liang.
Oh.
Hulk. Wait, huh? Nia. Okay, the female. Yeah, the female. Sorry. Yeah. Dog City. All right, my dog lock is gonna be Joanna. I got what I wanted there. All right, Christian dog lock, baby.
My plan backfired because that's who I wanted as my dog.
Yeah,
Give me.
you got a couple.
Yeah, I got a few this week. Not
Yeah.
as many as I thought I would, though. I'm looking back. You really threw me off with that pick. Man, this is
If you do something, I'm gonna do something. I already know it, so go ahead and do it.
well, this is gonna be a problem because I have a good idea that I'm about to dog somebody that's gonna be in the slime ball. I don't want that bad juju in the world.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
No, do it. Do it. Dog him. I ain't afraid of you. Do it.
Give me
I
Kang.
mean, no.
Give me Kang.
Who?
Give me Mr. Perfect.
Oh, Mr. Perfect. Okay, that's not who
Yeah,
I thought
you know
were
who.
gonna go.
Yeah, I know. I know who you.
Who did you think? Who?
Ameev. Ameev.
Yeah.
You know I was eyeing
And
him.
then
Yeah.
Jackie 3 names is in the slime ball, but I would have mortal locked him and we would have had a fucking lock off. All right, so mortal lock time that falls onto my shoulders. I have my pick of my litter here. Who am I most confident in? I mean, I do like Jack. Steve Garcia's out there. That's like a free point. I think he murders that guy, Andre Fialho. I'm gonna go Fialho because I really spoke highly of him.
Yeah.
He's available,
Yeah.
so I'm
If
gonna
you
go ahead
haven't
and
heard the
mortal lock.
Anakin Florian podcast, go listen to Brian's take on that. It is fire and it is
Yeah,
confident.
it's a strong take. I'm gonna have to lean on that still. All right, Christian, who's your mortal lock, babe?
I'm gonna go with Choi. I'm going
Choi?
back to the well. I went last time, and I just believe Caceres was better than I thought. I don't think Choi.
Got
was
a
worse than
lot
I
of
thought.
Asian flavor here on your locks. I love it. And Timbo, your mortal lock, bub.
Give me Wale.
Wale Zhang,
Wow.
Wale. Man,
It's too big, too strong.
this guy's coming for the fucking title, bro. He's coming for that title. All right, Slimeball parlay for all those who are listening. I don't have it written out. I apologize. Number 1, Andre Fialho. Number 2, Manel Cap. And number 3, the new champ himself, Yuri Prochazka. We're looking at a multi-unit here. I'm thinking 1.5 since I won last weekend. It is plus 266, almost 3-1 on your money there. I also like Steve Garcia. So if you want to get wild, you can have Steve Garcia in there. That'll only increase your odds. I also like Dana Bakrial, but even though these clowns kind of talked me out of it, and I misspoke, I thought he was the Mongolian murderer. He's not. So I backtracked a little bit. But I would, if you're gonna add it, if you want more, you're greedy. I think it's Steve Garcia. I'm gonna keep it at 3 though. That is the Slimeball parlay. I don't know how that loses. All 3 of those guys are studs. Plus 266. Can't wait, boys. Can't fucking wait for the fucking.
If you had Garcia and he wins, then you could always hedge out on Glover pretty easy.
Sure.
I mean, you'd be at plus 500.
And that's why I like doing the main events. A lot of the times with the main events lately, it seems like I don't have the strongest lean, so I kind of avoid them. With this, and you're in a state like you boys are in the slime balls 2 or 3, which it seems like it always is, and you're hinging on this. Put some money on fucking Glover.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with cashing out, or there's nothing wrong with hedging out on a slime ball. You know what I mean? I ride it till the wheels fall off, but because I had no choice, I can't live bet. I won't do offshore booking. So the name of the game is win money, not to be right.
Yeah.
Name of the game is win money. So if you put yourself in that position, Glover's looking at plus 170, plus 185. I mean, you're a fool not to hedge. You're a fool. You're a fool. Yeah, right.
You've been forthright about that too. I think it was the home fight that she fucked us on the last leg, and you were like, "Hey,
Yeah.
a hedge isn't a bad." You know me, I'm sounding like the fucking hedgehog, so I was
Yeah.
on it. But
Right.
it's not a. If you want to win money, guarantee yourself money. Why not? Like,
Right. And the name of the game is to win money. It's not, I love the slime ball. I love the stats. I love being right. And I'm in the situation where I can't live bet. But when I do live bet and I have a real gut feeling, because I've been watching MMA long enough that I get these weird, like when people, I love walkouts. The walkouts were my favorite part.
Oh,
And I'll get
I'm
like
the
a
best.
sense.
I'm the best.
I'll
I'm
get the
best.
sense.
she ain't
Like,
though.
When
No,
Rose
Molly,
walked
Molly
out.
put $100 on. Put $100
Bro.
on Esparza. Dude, she saw
Yeah,
that.
I think everyone saw it because when she walked out, she was doing that. I'm like, I don't fucking believe her. You know what I mean? I was like, I don't believe a word she's saying. She's clearly, this is like hyperbole. This isn't real. But like, I remember my buddy has a really good instinct too. And I remember when Conor and Nate fought the first time and Nate walked out, my buddy, he's a huge Conor fan, goes, dude, Conor's losing. It's like, dude, fuck you. You don't say that. And he fucking got it. And he's been right. Like, he has that multiple times. So I can't wait till live betting comes. But there's no shame in hedging. The name of the game is to win money. Who gives a fuck if you hedge? Unfortunately, I have to ride with the shit because my hands are tied. But all right, boys. This is
Can I
always
ask
fun.
a question before we go?
Of course,
Leg
yes, me
lock
too.
Larry, have you ever placed a single wager?
Leg lock Larry, why is that? I think here because her takedown, moving out of the way, weird angles, and then the field glove pressure him a little too much and get caught. What's wrong with leg lock Larry?
Nothing. I just asked if he's ever placed a single wager.
Oh, well, he's a parlay king. Parlay king, yeah.
Only the last fight of the night. Only the last fight of the night.
When there's no, he'll parlay that final fight with 10 other fights to the next weekend. Leg lock Larry, I love your name. You need to change it to like Parlay Larry or something. You're showing out these parlays for free, bro. Hammering the slime, McGregor, McDonald. Let's fucking go, boys. This is always fun. Feels like it's been too long, too goddamn long. What's the next pay per view? Izzy versus Kennedy in July, I believe.
Yeah. International Fight Week.
He plays wagers, but prefers parlays over a course of time. Listen,
Me too.
A parlay. I used to be a straight wager guy. I am slowly becoming more of a parlay guy. It's like a scratch off ticket. You know what I mean? You know, you play a little bit, you win a lot. I don't know. My mom used to love that shit. So, what are you gonna do? All right, boys. Lovely seeing you. We will reconvene on Saturday night and talk about all the fights. See you.